we're gonna talk about AI. I think that everybody who has an internet connection is familiar with the fact that AI has kind of taken the world by storm. And so I was going to discuss the different ways in which I've seen agents use it, and then I was going to discuss the different ways in which I use it, and then I was going to discuss the different ways in which I plan to use it. So let's start to go through it. So these are the three platforms that I'm going to discuss today. Of course, we're going to go over Chat GPT, which is kind of like the number one platform that a lot of people are using right now. I'm sure that many of you who are watching this have used Chat GPT. It's absolutely insane. And we're going to do some live examples if we're able to. I want to say, too, I might have to stop sharing really quick and start sharing again because I need system audio to be turned on. There's going to be a chance that Chat GPT is running a little bit slow right now, because I was just on there and I was getting all the warnings that they are being overloaded right now, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to use it anyways. We're also going to watch a few videos. So I'm going to unshare and reshare really quick just to make sure that my system audio is on. Isn't that weird that I'm talking about all this tech stuff, and then when it comes to like technical difficulties, I'm like the guy that has like the most problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and
maybe the AI doesn't want.
What I think happened, guys, honestly, is I think AI has actually gotten mad at me because of all the research I've done, and AI is actually trying to shut this whole thing down because AI knows that what I'm about to tell you, and that's that it's taken over. And because of that, it doesn't want me to finish this, but I'm going to do it either way. We're going to talk about Chat GPT. We're going to talk about Runway ML, which is machine learning. This is basically a video editing software. That's what it is to me. I did read a description about what it is supposed to be, and it's very complicated sounding, but it's not that complicated. I'm going to show you guys Adobe Podcast, which is something that I actually have used quite a few times. It's basically an AI system that cleans up your audio in videos. And then as a bonus, we're going to go over the Captions app. I've had a few people reach out to me recently and ask me how I do captions on my videos, but Captions, the app itself actually does a lot more than just captions. It has an AI feature in there that I'm going to show you guys outside of just the captions, so you guys can. It's just going to give you guys a way of editing videos a little bit faster, or not editing videos at all and having them be edited for you. So let's just go over the quick ways that I've seen realtors use AI. So they use them to create scripts and rebuttals for calling expireds and FSBOs. I've seen people actually write entire blogs with it. I don't recommend doing that. And I know that Google can actually they have software where they can actually catch AI. It's actually kind of funny because now that I've messed around with Chat GPT, I feel like I can catch AI. I feel like I can tell when something has not been like authentically written by a person. It says weird things, but Chat GPT is pretty good at sounding pretty human. You can write emails with AI. You can write neighborhood letters. You can write scripts for social media. I may be guilty of doing that. You can fully plan a shot list and script for a real estate listing video where it actually tells you what to shoot. You can summarize much longer articles. You can actually reduce those articles to bullet points. You can create public remarks for your listings. You can create titles and descriptions for YouTube videos. I actually have a separate software that we're not going to talk about today that specifically does that. You can create hashtags. It can help you with search engine optimization and keywords for social media or YouTube. It can automatically cut videos based on audio, so it uses your voice, and you can set there's different programs out there where you can set it to basically make cuts when your voice quiets to a certain decibel level. You can remove unwanted items from videos. So it used to be that you had to go in Photoshop if you wanted to get your cat out of the real estate picture because you didn't see your cat like in the mirror, or you went into the bathroom and took a picture and you were in the mirror, right? We used to see those all the time back in the day when we took our own photos. It was hilarious, but it used to be that you could actually Photoshop yourself out. Now you can do that inside of videos, which is actually a really complicated process with the help of AI, and it's pretty smooth and pretty easy, just a couple clicks. And then of course we can improve the audio, which I'm going to show you guys here in this presentation in your videos. So what is Chat GPT? I was like, how do I explain Chat GPT for those people who don't know what it is? And I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to ask Chat GPT what it is, and this is what it says. It says that it's a large language model developed by OpenAI. It is based on the generative pre-training transformer architecture, is trained using a massive amount of text from the internet. So basically it searches websites and then it gives you a reply based on what it finds. It's able to generate human-like text, which makes it useful for a wide range of natural language processing tasks, such as language translation, text summarization, question answering, and text completion. Have you seen ChatGPT? No? Oh, she's about to get her mind blown. It's very creepy. That's why I put this creepy picture of this robot in here. It's also designed to have a conversational ability, which makes it suitable for chatbot and virtual assistant applications. So there's actually a video that I was going to put in here that I, for whatever reason, forgot, and I'm going to reenact it basically, or explain what it is. But basically, Google has a video out there that they don't want anyone to see, and you can find it online if you search hard enough. But I Googled it. I had to go strictly to Bing to find this video. I had to go to Yahoo. Yeah, it was insane. But basically what it is, it's an artificial intelligence that sounds superhuman, and it calls the salon to make an appointment. And the lady's like talking to it, like saying, "Oh, we don't have that time." And artificial intelligence is like, "Okay, well, can you just do this time then? Okay, on this day." And it just interacts with this person and ends up booking an appointment. So the point of wanting to show you that video was to discuss the fact that at some point in the very near future, you're going to be getting telemarketed by robots. And
Pretty sure you're not.
correct. And you're not going to be able to tell that they're robots. They're not going to sound like that voice that says, "Please don't hang up," right when you answer the phone, and then they tell you that your Google business page is messed up or whatever. It's not going to be like that one. Yeah, I get that phone call every day by a couple different numbers. It's going to actually be a human-like voice that basically, I'm sure Alec Rotha is going to be the first one to have it. He's not here anymore. And it's going to set up listing appointments for you or whatever, for that agent, or it's going to set up sales for whatever salesperson is trying to call you, and we're going to have no idea. So I asked Chat GPT what it's going to do for real estate. So I said, "How will Chat GPT revolutionize real estate?" And actually I misspelled will. I said till. It still knew what I was saying. And it says 24/7 customer service. It's going to help with lead generation. It's going to be your virtual assistant. It's going to give property recommendations, so it can provide personalized property recommendations to buyers based on their preferences and budget. And then it mentioned smart contracts, which I've been talking about for a long time, basically bringing crypto and blockchain into it. ChatGPT can be used to generate smart contract for real estate transactions to improve the efficiency and transparency of the process. Overall, ChatGPT can help real estate professionals improve their customer service, generate new leads, increase productivity, and make the process of buying and selling property more efficient and convenient for everyone involved. Then I said, well, how will it change the real estate world? And it just says automation of repetitive tasks. That's another thing that Elon Musk says his humanoid robot's going to do. Personalization of customer service. So kind of what we just talked about. It's going to be able to make calls for us. Virtual tours. So it says that it's going to be able to integrate with VR and AR technology to generate virtual tours. It's going to give predictive analysis. This is what it's telling us it's going to do. This is not like me guessing. This is what it's saying it's going to do. It's going to analyze real estate data and make predictions about market trends and property values. And then it goes back to online customer engagement. So ChatGPT is definitely gonna have an impact on our industry. It's gonna have an impact on a lot of different industries, but not even specifically just this, but just AI in general. So I think we should get into it a little bit. And again, it might run a little bit slow to begin with, but we're gonna give it we're gonna see what it can do here. We're gonna do some examples. So I have it open already, and I'm going to refresh it, and it's going to say, "We're experiencing high demand. Please hang tight." So I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to give you guys are going to instantly, when you jump off this, you guys are going to want to set up an account with ChatGPT, and it's going to tell you that you can't because it's full, but that's not true. The other day, Jamal and I actually set up an account, and it was giving us that warning, and then we went in and we created an account through Google, and it took a little time for loading and stuff like that, but eventually they gave them the account. So from what I've understand from talking to other people is, if it tells you that it's at capacity, you just keep try to go through Google or Apple or one of your other sources for creating an account, and you'll be able to do it. So these are a few different examples of how this software works. So I'm going to ask you right now to write me an email for someone I met at, an open house. Okay, so now it's giving me it's giving me the actual subject line, what I should put in the subject line. Follow up from the open house. Gives me their name. Hope this email finds you well. Wanted to reach out and thank you for taking the time to visit my open house I hosted on this date. It was great to meet you and learn about your real estate needs. I wanted to follow up and see if you have any further questions or if there's anything else I can assist you with in your search for your new home. I'd be happy to provide you with more information or set up another visit to the property. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Thank you again for your interest in the property. Corey Melville. I mean, that's more professional than I think I would actually write that email. And so what you would probably want to do is you'd probably want to change it around a little bit to match your personality. I mean, there's probably people in this room that are professional enough to write an email like this. I think that eventually it will be learning and it will eventually figure out your personality. I do. One of the craziest things that I've seen so far this thing do was I asked for a listing description for a specific neighborhood that has these certain amenities, and it knew exactly what amenities that neighborhood had, and it listed it in the description, which I thought was pretty good. So let's get a little bit deeper here. I pulled up this article here from Advocacy, which is formerly known as Bamboo. And what I want to do here is because, I've always preached that we should create some sort of listing video or some sort of video, not listing video, but informational video about the articles that are inside of Bamboo. But then I've always told people, look for the ones that say 3 ways to do this, 4 ways to do that, because it's a little bit easier to break those down into videos quicker. But this one here is this: when you build equity, you own more of your home. Okay, that's the title of this video. If this one doesn't work, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab a different one. But this one, I'm not even gonna open the full story. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna copy this. And again, sometimes it's trial and error. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, go back into the software, and I'm gonna say, write a brief summary about the following article. I'm just gonna paste it in there, and it's gonna instantly read the article within like a split second, and legit took no time at all. And now it's writing me what I called a brief summary about the article, because I ain't got time to read. I got time for all that. You got time to read? I ain't got time to read an article that long. I don't even know if I could physically read an article that long. Okay, so here's my brief summary. So now I'm gonna say, turn it into bullet points. So I don't even want to read that brief summary. I actually wanted to create bullet points on the summary. So let's see if it does it. I know that in the past it will. I'm going to drink my coffee while it's thinking.
This has the potential to make us so stupid.
What Dennis is saying is that this has the potential to make us so stupid, and I actually agree with them. Oh, I just started it over. We're doing it again because I still have to make my point.
So that's free. That's 100% free.
Access to the internet is already
I mean, nothing.
done that,
This isn't already doing.
but I also feel like having these things smarter too, because maybe it's your bullet points you read more than you would before, right?
Correct. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that app that you guys seen, that app that will read a book for you, and then it'll just give you the breakdown of the book and just give you like the brief summary without having to read any of the backstory and the fluff and the summaries.
Also, like, just ask me a question, like, I don't know the answer to that, and I can Google it, have an immediate answer, then I know more than I did before, so. That.
Okay, so. Okay, guys, so now it is actually turning the information into bullet points. So turn this information into bullet points. And so all I did is I posted the article in there and I said, make this a brief summary. It made it a brief summary. And then I said, turn that summary into bullet points.
You didn't have to like do something.
I just hit refresh and it all deleted, and then I just put it all back in there because that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just let it think. So now it's in bullet points. And now I'm going to say, write me a 30-second video script. I don't know how to spell. With this information. So now it's using quotations and write me a very quick video script. Are you a homeowner looking to build your financial assets? Look no further than your own home. Equity is a portion of your home that you own after subtracting any debt still owed against it. Not only is this a valuable asset, but it can also be used to finance and other needs such as home improvements or education, or convert to cash when the home is sold. So it goes on about this. Okay, cool. So here's a quick 30-second video script that I can turn into an Instagram reel. But then I'm like, okay, I'm going to say, well, it doesn't make photos, but there is apps that you can say, oh, she wants me to say, make it fun. Make it, okay, make it. She wants me to say, make it, she wants me to say, make it funny. Okay.
With more personality.
Sure, so-
Or no one
So she just asked me to say, make it funny. So let's see if this is even funny. It may or may not be. I know that I asked it one time to make me a rap song I said do it in the style of Notorious B.I.G. And you know how he says, I'm the Notorious, and it literally made me a rap song, and it did that with the spelling of words. It was hilarious. So are you tired of your money just sitting in the savings account collecting dust? Well, dust off that mortgage statement, because your home is the key to unlocking some serious financial gains. That's right, equity, the fancy term for the portion of your home that you own after paying off that pesky mortgage debt. So yeah, so she said make it funny, and that's what she did. So now I'm gonna say, write me a title for this video. So I'm asking it to write me a title, Unlocking the Wealth in Your Home, How to Build Equity and Have Fun While Doing It. So they actually used the fun. Okay. And so,
See what it does if you say make it snarky?
okay, well,
We don't have.
no, okay, we'll do that later. Okay, so we just did a title. So now we have our script. Remember, this all started with an article out of advocacy, which we have access to here as Edina Realty agents. But now we have a whole video script and we have a title. Now we're gonna say, write me some hashtags for this video. So, I can't be bothered with like thinking of my own hashtags. So let's see if it writes me some hashtags. Typically it will. And we're just going to let it think this time. And there it goes. So here's some hashtags: equity, home ownership, financial gains, home renovations, education, vacation, mortgage, build wealth, fun, money, secret piggy bank, hashtag secret piggy bank. That's pretty good. So it gave me the hashtags. And so look at that. Since we've been on this meeting, we've now created a nice 30-second reel with a title and some hashtags to go along with it. We could probably even create a caption from it, but let's move on to something else. So let's create, let's say we're going to create a video for our listing. So let's just say, write me a script. We're going to start a new chat just to make sure it doesn't feed off of this previous chat. Okay. I don't want it to continue. I'm going to say, write me a script for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story on an acre lot in Afton, Minnesota, with vaulted ceilings. I just misspelled vaulted, but Chat GPT doesn't care because it knows how to read better than I do, for sure. Better than I know how to spell. Stainless steel appliances and hardwood floors. So I just asked it to write me this script, okay? So it gives me a little introduction. And so the funny thing is it's not just giving me a script, it's actually telling me exactly what I'm supposed to be shooting. Like you could hand this to your videographer, okay? Cut to the Afton House kitchen. The camera enters the kitchen, showcasing stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, and hardwood floors. The camera enters the living room, showcasing vaulted ceilings and large windows that allow natural light. This is literally giving you an entire shot list for this particular listing. And I've seen it before where it'll actually give me the cut twos, and then it'll actually give me the script as well. So
Artificial intelligence is pictured in its artificial mind.
Yeah.
These things before it tells you this.
Yeah.
Let's imagine this.
Having an existential crisis.
I mean, I don't, is it really especially human anymore? What does it mean to be sentient? What the
What does
hell
it
is
mean
wrong
to be
with
sentient? Okay, I'm not sure what you'd like me to provide the script for. So here it is. It's giving me a warning. So we're gonna say, write me a video script. So I said script. So it just gave me the shot list for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story. So you got to know what to ask it too. I don't even know if I said that. Here's a sample script for a video showcasing a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story home on an acre lot. Opening shot, house exterior, narrator. Welcome to this beautiful 2-story home in Afton, Minnesota, nestled on an acre lot. This home boasts 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Then it says, cut to the interior of the house. What'd you say?
Afton, Minnesota. You didn't tell it Afton.
Oh yeah, it did. It did say that.
Why does it say that?
What do you mean?
He put that in there.
No, I did that. I said Afton. I said Afton in there. Yeah. So this is actually, so I said script before, now I said video script, and now it turned into straight up, it says what the narrator is supposed to say. The gourmet kitchen features stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, and hardwood floors. The master bedroom is a true retreat with a large walk-in closet and an ensuite bathroom. I feel like everyone in this room is like, wow, I thought Corey was really good at this, and now I know his secret. This home has it all, from luxurious finishes to spacious layout. Don't miss the opportunity to make it yours. So that's pretty good, right? Now let's say, what do you guys hate doing? What do you guys hate doing when you put a listing on? That part of the MLS input, what's the worst part of the MLS input sheet?
Remarks. I hate it.
The public remarks. Everyone hates making the public remarks. See, it's 1,000 characters now, which is good. You don't have to abbreviate everything. But let's just say, make me, or as I'll say, write a description for my 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story on a 1-acre lot that features stainless. I got to give it some information, right? Appliances, vaulted ceilings, hardwood floors.
Have an actual address, would that work?
She says, how about I put the address in? Let's try it. Write me a description for my listing at 123 Main Street. We're gonna try this. No, I just said listing. I just want to see what it's gonna say. And this isn't even in order now because we kind of like messed with the order, but let's see what it does. Welcome to 123 Main Street, a stunning 2-story home located in the picturesque town of Afton, Minnesota. Spread out over an expansive 1-acre lot, this property boasts 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, providing ample space for families and guests alike. As you step inside, you'll be greeted by a spacious living room with vaulted ceilings and large windows that flood the space with natural light. You guys understand, this is legit. This came up with a description for us. And you can actually say limit it to 1,000 characters or whatever the MLS requires if you want to do that. I'm sure this is actually, I'm not sure.
With adding that, would it then pull the information from the address without you having to add?
She's asking if it would pull information from the address. My guess is it may not, because even if it's been listed a few times, it's not out there enough. But if somebody had created like a full-on website for the property at some point in the recent future, because it says that it pulls from 2021 and before, so it's not going to give you like up-to-date information up to 2023. You know what I mean? Like it's still working on that, still gathering information for the recent years. But yeah, I believe it will pull as much. It'll pull specific neighborhood information for sure. So
Maureen?
Yes.
See, is it gonna look a little weird that when we enter, we all kind of put that information in, and then all of us from Edina are using the same words?
I'll tell you what, I've done this like several times, and as I'm doing this live with you right now, it's giving me information I've never seen before. I've done it back to back. I made videos like a long time ago when I thought I was like a mastermind. That was the only one that knew about this, like 3 weeks ago when it came out, and now everyone knew about it like 2 weeks ago. I was sending videos to like Jamal and Paul, and we were going over this stuff, and I put information in and it would spit out. I put the same information in 3 times, and it would spit it out differently every time. And you can also let it spit out the information. You could say, give me a different version, and it'll do it again, and it'll give you a slightly different version. You can say, give me a longer version, give me a shorter version, and it'll do that as well. Look at this, watch this, and we're gonna get out of Chat GPT and move on to the next one because I spent a half an hour on this, but this is like the coolest one. But I just want to show you guys this really quick. Let's just say, what are 3 topics for Instagram Reels? So I'm just asking for 3 topics. I should have said real estate topics. We're gonna start over. What are 3 real estate topics for Instagram Reels? You know, fitness. Okay. Home staging design, tips for sellers, real estate market updates and trends, tips for first-time home buyers. Okay, so I'm going to say write scripts for these. I'm going to say write 30-second scripts for these because you don't want them to be too long, and also you don't have all the time in the world to watch this thing type.
This is crazy, dude.
Yeah, so now it's numbering them 1 through 3 because it already came up with the 3 topics. So now it's numbering the scripts. Are you trying to sell your home? Make sure to stage it properly to attract potential buyers. In this reel, which I wouldn't say, we'll show you some easy and affordable ways to make your home look its best, from decluttering to adding some colorful accents. We've got you covered. Okay, whatever. That one more of an introduction, but it's going to give you some scripts. Okay, and literally, if you did it like this, I did this earlier, and I said, give me 20 topics. I just wanted to see how much I could push it. It gave me 20 topics. I said, give me 20 scripts. It legit wrote me 20 scripts. And I legit could have just copied and pasted that into like a teleprompter software, set up my phone, and just went nuts and created 20 of them if I wanted to. And of course, what I would do is I usually put it in Notion and then I adjust it. You know, I'm not just gonna read it straight out of here like Ron Burgundy or something and say something weird. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that it makes sense, you know, before I say it. So, Dennis is over here laughing. All right, so that's Chat GPT, guys. Are you guys impressed with that? Have you guys seen that before? Some of you guys haven't seen it, and so I'm happy that I was able to show you that. So the next one I'm going to talk about really quick, because again, we're talking about 3 of these. Now I only have 15 minutes, but these ones aren't as long, is this one is called Runway ML. And so what's cool about this particular software is, and this is what this is actually what Chat GPT says this is, a platform for training and deploying machine learning models. And then it talks about magic tools. They're pre-trained models available on the platform. So all I know about it is it's a video software, and all I use on it is magic tools. And I'll show you why just really quick. There's 2 examples of a reason why we would use this as real estate agents. And there's really not a ton of reasons why we would use this as real estate agents if you're just like wanting to sell houses. But I'll tell you that this is why I use it. And this is why, and anyone who knows me knows that I do a lot of like videos and stuff like that on social media. So it has all these different tools to it. And I don't use any of these, and I've never even tried like 90% of these tools. But the one that I really like is this in painting one, okay? Because we just talked about this Photoshop thing, okay? So I've put some clips in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna import this drone footage here. It's just like a stock clip, and I'm gonna give you guys an example of how I would use this, okay? So as you guys can see here, if we watch this, you know, you guys are familiar with scheduling and paying thousands. You know, I've paid up to $2,000 for pictures and videos and drone photos and twilight photos and, you know, all this stuff. And then what happens is, you know, your person shows up and like the neighbor has like a car parked in the driveway, or there's like a dumpster in the driveway, or sometimes it's trash day. Have you guys ever done that? Like you schedule all this stuff and the guy shows up with a drone and the entire neighborhood is flooded with trash cans. It's happened to me like several times. So I'm going to show you guys how you could use this. Okay, let's just say that, again, this is just a stock image, so there's no trash cans. But let's just say I don't like this fire hydrant in this clip, and I also don't like this electric box in this clip. Okay, let's just say I'm going to go ahead and literally all I'm doing is I'm painting the fire hydrant. I'm painting these little slabs. Okay, and keep in mind that this is not a picture. This is a video. So the science behind this is it's literally cutting this stuff out of every single frame. So if there's 24 frames per second, it's going frame by frame, and it's cutting this out of every single frame. So I'm going to go over here. I'll increase my brush size. This one's hard to get. Something like this is hard to get because it has shadows involved with it. So you ain't going to get the shadows more than likely, and it butts up to a driveway, but you know, we'll try to see if it works. Again, we're kind of running experiments here, but this is what's good about this particular software. So now you have You know, now you have your clip, and we'll see if it cut out at the beginning too. Some thinking, and you know, you had the fire hydrant, I think, was right here, and you had the electrical thing right here. And it's gone. It's gone out of this clip. And so that's one way that I would use this software, is just to remove stuff like that. Obviously, trash cans and stuff like that. Is somebody going to ask a question?
Yeah, can I chime in really quick? I'm all for this and I love it and I agree. Although my concern is I don't think you're able to remove like within listing photos. I mean, if this is being posted on the MLS, you just got to be, I believe you have to be careful about like getting rid of power lines or anything that's fixed, like a fire hydrant or an electrical box.
Yeah.
I mean, is that, I believe it.
I agree with that. I'm using this as an example of you removing trash cans and dumpsters and
Yes.
things like that. This is actually
Yeah.
the stock footage I found online because I didn't have any drone footage of a dumpster or a trash can.
Yeah,
But-
no, and I
But-
love it.
but-
I'm
but
all for
you're
it. I
abs-
just.
But you're absolutely right that you got to have that true and accurate depiction of the house. So you're
Yeah.
you're not able to modify and put granite counters in a house that doesn't have granite counters and stuff like that. Yeah. 100%.
Right. I think if it's on your social media though, you don't have to worry about, because you can get fined on the MLS, but if it's on your social, I don't believe that you can get fined or anything.
I still wouldn't do it on my social though. I mean, I still want to
Yeah.
give a true and accurate depiction of the house. But again, I was just showing you guys that you can remove things in videos. Like I said, dumpsters. I actually one time took a shot of my house and removed my cat just because I wanted to see if it could be done. I pulled out my phone and I took a shot of my dining room. My cat was sitting in a basket, and I removed my cat out of the photo, because you can do stuff like that, you know, in MLS pictures or videos or
Right.
whatever. Again, so this is just
Yep.
a way to get rid of stuff that you don't want in there in a video.
For sure.
Because
Yeah, or
that's
like the
way-
tenant that won't
if
that won't get out of the room.
correct. Yeah, and I've seen that. Yeah, the guy laying
Yep.
on the bed.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been times before, you know, like I said, where you have a car like in the driveway and no one has the keys to it or whatever. You know what I mean? They just can't move it. There's no one that can move it. And you pay a bunch of money for this stuff. You want to make sure that it looks good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you one more example of something that I would do inside the software, and this is gonna be a terrible example again. And so I know one of you guys is gonna chime in and say that looks terrible, but I'm just gonna give you guys a quick example. You guys can use your imagination of, you know, just to, you know, you guys will understand what I'm saying once I explain it. But I'm just gonna use the stock footage that's in this software, because again, I don't have like a video of myself. And let's pretend that this lady is me. Okay, and let's pretend that instead of just looking and gazing at the camera, she's actually talking about a room in a house. Can you guys picture this now? Can you guys see it? Yeah? Okay. So what we're doing here is, this is kind of equivalent to, have you guys ever seen the green screen effect inside of TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff like that? And it looks absolutely atrocious, right? So all you're doing is you're clicking the different colors on the person, right? So if this is you and you're wearing like a red shirt and then you're wearing like a black, a black hat, I don't know. You're just clicking the different colors, and then it's just straight up rotoscoping you out. So all I had to do is click two things that rotoscope this entire person out of this, okay? So now we're gonna go to replace background. Assuming that this is going to actually work right now. Oh, I have to go click on the blue one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like this is my listing, right? I'm pretending like this is my listing, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this into the shot, okay? And I'm going to put the rotoscope thing of me, which isn't actually me, in there, okay? So what you could do, like, let's just say that you're running like a weekly show called Highest and Lowest, right? And you were going to display like, you know, the lowest price property and the highest price property in MLS. I'm doing this for Connor because this is what he does, right? And say you wanted to up your production quality on this particular weekly show that you're doing, you could potentially show pictures of the properties, and then you could talk about the pictures of the properties while you're overlaying in the video. Does that make sense? And you can crop this to be 9:16, you know, like a Instagram reel, so on and so forth. Again, I know someone's going to chime in and say, wait a second, that lady's not you. This isn't your listing. But you guys get the drift, right? Yes?
Hey,
All right.
Corey,
Yes.
that's amazing. That is basically Photoshop and Premiere Rush like combined into one thing. Super easy.
Yeah, it is. And so it's funny is that if you go to into Adobe like professional editing software and you try to do this, you have to go to After Effects, and then it's called rotoscope, and it takes forever.
Forever.
I mean,
Yeah.
legit, if you
'Cause
try
I
to do
use
10
Premiere
seconds.
Rush, and takes forever.
Yeah, it takes like forever to do that. So that's how I would use Runway. And again, there's like a million different ways to use this. You can like create images and stuff like that. I've never done any of that, and I've never used any of that, but that's how I would use this one.
What was this tool called? The one
It's
that you
called-
just used?
That is called change backgrounds. There's like 5 different versions. There's like 5 different versions of it. Because if you go back to the if I was to close out of these, let's see, how do I even get back to the main screen? So if you go to the magic tools, so if you go to remove background, that's a version of it. It does the same thing. It just takes them out and it just leaves you with a blank background, right? And then you have change background or replace background, which is right here. And then you have another one. It does the same thing, only it adds a green screen. So if you wanted to then move it to like another, say you just exported the clip and moved it to like another software, or you were streaming or something like that, you're like a gamer, right? And you're streaming, we're talking to real estate agents here, but I'm just using it as an example. You could actually just use this as a green screen. You don't actually have to have a green screen at your house. Makes sense?
This is free at this point?
This is free, but if you want to use all of these, then you have to pay like $12 a month or something like that. It's kind of like Canva.
Well,
But
I mean,
it's free
cheaper
to
than
use,
Adobe
like,
Premiere. Yeah,
correct.
they're about the same price for less work.
And
ChatGPT
for
is
my
is
team,
free.
like if I can't get Sarah and Jody out to a listing, I can go to the listing and take the video and then take a video of them together at Sarah's and use this to lay them over the top, and that we don't have to worry about coordinating schedules. So this is
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
And because Sarah and Jody are actually not different people, they're the same person. You guys are trying to fool us all. This will be easy because you could just duplicate. You just cut and paste them next to each other, and it's easier for you guys to pull off that illusion that they're
Stop
actually
telling our
identical twins.
secrets.
I know. So let's move on to the next one because now we have 4 minutes. I increased the length of my training and still ran out of time somehow. That's okay. The next ones are easy. Okay. I just did my live demo. So this one here, and this is a terrible video because I just did this on my phone. Like I'm wearing the same outfit because I did this 5 seconds before this meeting. This is Adobe Podcast. So if I can get this to play, I'm going to show you guys the difference. So you guys are familiar with going to a house and trying to shoot a quick video in front of it, and then the neighbors like building a cabinet or like sawing like tile next door. This happens to me all the time, and it's a pain. Well, this is how you can easily take care of this. This is in the beta stages, and this, as far as I know, is free. I didn't have to pay anything to use it. It's going to be a little choppy because we're streaming this, but let's just you guys will be able to hear it at least. All right, guys, I'm out here with the building behind me with all this traffic noise out here on the street, just pretending like I would be making a video for, let's just say I was making a video for a house or something like that. I was talking about maybe a house that's behind me or something along those lines. And we have all this traffic noise, and I'm telling you how many bedrooms and bathrooms are in the house, and all you guys can hear is traffic noise. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this through Adobe Podcast so you can hear the version with the clean, smooth, mellow tones. So you guys heard the smooth tones. So basically it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's behind you. It'll remove almost all of it. And what I found was, say like something really crazy is happening behind you, it'll remove it. If you run it through a podcast again, then it'll get rid of the rest of it. So, and then I created this really quick, and now that they're going to play out of order, which kind of upsets me, but I'm going to show you guys. This app is Caption. Everyone has this. A lot of people have this app because it creates nice auto captions. It uses like a way of reading your script, and it usually doesn't make any mistakes. But I'm going to show you the one with the Caption app, okay? And then I'm going to show you what the video looked like before Caption app, because I actually had Chat GPT write me a quick script. And again, I did this one right before I left my house this morning, which is why I'm wearing the same exact outfit. You guys ready? Of course you are.
Yes.
Let's go. Here are your top 5 tips for buying a home in 2023. 1. Determine your budget and get pre-approved for a mortgage. 2. Research different neighborhoods and find one that's suitable for your lifestyle and needs. 3. Hire a reputable real estate agent. 4. Carefully inspect a home before writing an offer. 5. Be prepared to move quickly once you find the right home. So this is what happened there. I just talked into the camera, okay? Then I looked up, I read the next line of the script, I talked into the camera. I looked up, I read the next line of the script, and what happened was it edited all for me just based on my pauses. Then if you see right here where it's highlighted right home is blue, it took my keywords and it actually highlighted them for me. And then all these emojis that are in there, they actually put them in there for me. So you see where it says the right home, it literally shows a hand pointing at a house. I did nothing there. And this is what it looked like, and we can watch this part of this. This is how terrible this video was out of camera when I shot it. Here are your top 5 tips for buying a home in 2023. 1. Determine your budget and get pre-approved for a mortgage. 2. Research different neighborhoods and find one that's suitable for your lifestyle and needs. So basically, I didn't use a teleprompter. I just had the script like sitting above my phone, and I just read it, and then I memorized it really quick and said it all, and then it just chopped it all up for me. For buying a home in 2023. 1. Determine your budget and get pre-approved for a mortgage. 2. Research different neighborhoods and find one that's suitable for your lifestyle and needs. 3. Hire a reputable real estate agent. So you guys see it now. You guys see all the stuff it does. So you don't actually have to even work anymore. It just does it all for you. So some other applications, Canva has a smart writing tool in there. If you go to documents, Nicole Suki showed me that one. It works really well. It's probably the second best one I've used, makes the least amount of mistakes. Notion AI uses Jasper and another writing tool to create different things that you want it to write. However, it's not that good. I'll be honest with you. It makes some mistakes. vidIQ is the one that I use with YouTube videos. It actually gives me tags, it gives me titles, and it gives me descriptions for my YouTube videos. Captions, the one I just showed you. Avatar AI is where you can just ask it to create a photo, and it just creates whatever you want. You could say, give me Elon Musk eating a banana and on the moon, and it'll do that. And then you could say, do it in the style of whatever painting, whatever, and it's going to create the style. It's going to change the style. You can say Vincent Van Gogh and it'll look like Starry Night. So that's sort of software. So we're over by 2 minutes, guys. Can we have just a very, very brief conversation? Just what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this is dangerous? Do you guys think we should embrace this?
Hey, Corey.
Yes.
Loved that last thing that you did, because obviously with the captions, it looked really cool, but it seemed like you were talking quite fast on that last video. Is there a way to slow it down so it doesn't sound like you're talking as fast as I usually do?
Well, one thing you can do is you can set it to, so you can change, for one, I don't mind talking fast. I feel like a lot of people when they're watching short format video, they want it to be like boom, 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 boom. But what you can set is it's reading the decibel levels of the noise in the room. So if you change that, then it actually changes the speed at which it cuts, right? Because, if I say it, at this decibel level, I need to cut, it's going to cut, whatever, there's breathing, there's ums and uhs, right? That might be a little bit lower, that might be a little bit lower decibel level. So it wouldn't cut that stuff out if I reduced that. But I just left it as it was stock. And so it just cut everything out. It even cut me. One time I said on that video, I don't know if you guys caught it, but when I said 1 the first time, I said it too quietly and it cut half that word off. So it's really all about getting the settings right and then talking super clear to the camera.
Corey?
Yes.
What app are you using for your teleprompter? I missed that.
Well, I didn't say that, but what I'm using is Prompt Plus. And I use Prompt Plus because you can connect it between your iPad and your phone. So you can toggle it with, so you could set up like a video on your iPad, and then you can control it on your phone. You can also talk into it and it will just hear your voice and it will move with your voice. So that's why I use that one. That one's a paid one. That one's like $10 one time. And then there's other ones. There's actually one called Teleprompter that I used to use. And then there's one called Parrot that I used to use, and both of those are free, but they're inferior. So for $10 one time, I decided to step my game up to Prompt Plus because it is that much better.
Thanks.
Corey,
Absolutely. Yes.
did you say we should download the app Chat GPT?
You just got to go to the website and create an account. And so, maybe I can just put it in the, may I guys put it in the chat, and then you guys can see it that way.
It's really easy. I did it while you were talking. You just
Oh.
sign up
You
with the
just Google,
password.
yeah, just Google, it's by OpenAI, and then you Google Chat GPT. OpenAI Chat GPT, and you'll find it's really easy. It's really popular too. So, I think we should embrace it, because I'm going to use this as an example. When I first started doing video, people don't understand that I am an old school agent. I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm a little bit long in the tooth compared to a lot of my competitors that are on social media. And one thing that I found early on, and one of the reasons why I started doing video, was because I realized that there was new agents that were selling, maybe sold 3 or 4 houses in their first year. But if you went to their social media page, it looked like they sold 12 houses, because they're really good at marketing each house several times. And so to the market, the people in the market, it was leveling the playing field between the agents that are selling 30 houses a year and the agents who are selling 10 houses a year, right? And so that's why I had to get into social media and video and things like that, is because I didn't want that to happen. Well, this is the same thing, right? It's, right now we have some knowledge. Some of us have been in the business for a long time, and we have knowledge. We have auto responses, things that people ask us. We're able to reply quickly. We're able to hit that flow state and just know exactly what we're talking about. I get an email, I can reply to it, right? But now there's someone who's been in the business for a day, and they can just ask Chat GPT how to reply to the email and say, how do I reply to this? Cut and paste the email in there, and Chat GPT is going to give them an actual automatic reply. So it's really closing the gap between, the experts and the non-experts in every field, especially when you're just talking to another individual, right? Because I'm not running AI software to see if every email I get is a human or a robot, right? And so that's why I think it's important for us to adapt to this, because we got to make sure that we're not left behind. Does that make sense? And so I think this is what we need to do, guys, because it's 11:50. We're 6 minutes over. I need Dennis's help on this. I need Dennis's help on this last thing. All right, can you guys hang with me for 30 more seconds? Well, yeah, he just said it popped up on his Facebook page that kids are using it to cheat in school or something like that, which of course they are. I would have done that for sure. 30 more seconds, guys. We're gonna say this. We're gonna say, right, and can you help me with this? Okay, I need Dennis to help me with this. Write a rap song about how Edina Realty is the best brokerage, 23 years in a row, and better than its competitors.
In the Caption app.
Dude, I can't believe it's not letting me do this. Does somebody else log into this? I'm real mad, dude. I want my rap song to work.
I did. I just sent it to you in the chat. I typed it in.
Yes.
So there you go. See if that works.
That's exciting to me. Thank you so much for giving me a rap song.
What's bonus?
got it.
Huh?
Bonus, the one I wrote down, like from your summary. Is that a different Captions app?
Here it is.
Listen up. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dennis, are you ready?
What am I doing?
I need you to drop a beat for me, bro.
Well, it's gonna be, I don't.
Can you drop a beat for me? Can someone drop a beat for me?
Okay,
Come over here. Come on closer to me.
I mean, I gotta kind of see the.
Come close to me, guys.
I think I gotta see the.
No, I'm gonna do I'll do the flow, and I don't know what it says, but let's just.
Okay.
You ready? Drop a beat. Listen up, hear me out. I got a story to tell. Edina Realty, they're the real deal. They got the skills, they got the know-how. When it comes to buying and selling a house, they slow how. Edina Realty, they're the best. They'll get you in the dream home. No stress. They got the connection. They got the drive. They make sure you're satisfied. They got the listings. They got the options. They'll find the perfect home. No adoption. They got the agents. They got the team. They'll make sure the process is smooth like a dream. They got the knowledge. They got expertise. They guide you through the process with ease. They got the reputation. They got the name. Edina Realty, they're the ones to claim. Edina Realty, they're the best. They'll get you in the dream home. No stress. They got the connections. They got the drive. They'll make sure we're satisfied.
Hey.
Good job.
I know you guys like that. And so we're gonna throw that out there as I might throw that through Adobe Podcast, clean up that audio a little bit, and just throw it on iTunes. So thank you guys for watching that.